Good afternoon to you all. Good afternoon to Jamaica. Good afternoon to New York, especially the Jamaicans in New York. This is Jamaica Live. We're on Bridge 99. We broadcast as well through Irish Jam in New York. I'm Bruce Golding. We do this every Monday. And today being the last Monday before Christmas, we're treating it all like our Christmas program. And we're going to be doing something special today. But I want to welcome all of you to this program. It's Jamaica Live. We're on Bridge 99. We're on Irish Jam. Christmas is a special time of year for everybody. We have Christmas every year, but we never get tired of it. And it's a special time because of what it is supposed to mean. And I know for many people it is time for fun and eating and drinking and merrymaking. For others, it is a solemn occasion to commemorate the birth of Christ. Those two trends very often get mixed up. But it's a special time, and it's a time that is very special, particularly for children. Children just look forward to Christmas and what Christmas is supposed to bring. So today I wanted to make an appeal to all of you listening to me. There are many people for whom Christmas promises no joy. People who just have to watch others shop and go to the supermarket and pack up bags of stuff. They can't do that. They don't have the means, the wherewithal. There are many persons who have to spend their entire lives lying in bed because of ailments. And for them, Christmas may not be the joy that it is for other people. If you drive around the corporate area, and I'm sure that there are those in New York as well, you see homeless people on the street, have nowhere to live. They sleep on the sidewalks. Many of them mentally ill. Some of them don't even understand that it's Christmas time because of the condition in which they find themselves. And I thought it would be appropriate to appeal to everyone. Let us try and see if we can make this Christmas a happier time, not just for ourselves, but for those who are not able to make Christmas a happy time for themselves. And there are various ways in which we can do that. If you... The Salvation Army kettles are out. Several supermarkets and stores, when you go there, you see the kettle and the Salvation Army person there. And drop something in there, however small, because it all adds up, And the Salvation Army does some excellent work helping people in distress. But there are so many other ways in which we can help. The government has a program. I can't remember the name of the agency that conducts it. But they have a program where they appeal to people to... We have a lot of children in state custody, in state care. They are in various children's homes. Maxwell Park is one. And we have some private children's homes, like Sunbeam and so on. But you have many children who are there. Some of them because their parents have abandoned them. Some people have babies and them just drive up to Maxwell Park and leave the baby at the gate. Some of them are there because the parents can't look after them. Some of them are there because of cruelty or neglect. that they suffered at the hands of their parents. Now, when Christmas is coming, I mean, you know, a 7, 8-year-old child in a children's home, it may not be much of a Christmas to look forward to unless we make a difference. So the government has a program where they invite people to take a child home for Christmas Day. We're not asking them to keep the child for a week. Just pick up the child, let the child spend the day with you. Give the child a seat at the dinner table. Let the child enjoy a good Christmas dinner and the enjoyment of a family. And sadly, when you're through, you have to take that child back to the children's home. But at least you would have exposed them to what life could be and what life perhaps can still be for them in the future. My daughter-in-law, Empress Golding, is actually the chairman of Maxfield Park Children's Home, and she's arranging to bring 2 of them up for Christmas dinner with us to share with us and for us to share with them. But there are so many other ways in which we can help. A whole heap of cooking going on from Christmas Eve right into Christmas Day. And after all the eating is done, there's a whole heap of food left over. Well, when you're cooking, cook a little extra. And buy a couple of lunch boxes, no? And put some food in those lunch boxes. And just jump in the car. It don't take you more than 15 or 20 minutes. Drive down to Halfway Tree, you're going to see some homeless people. Street people, they call them. Drop off a couple of lunch boxes, no? So that they can have a meal, which is perhaps something that they don't have an opportunity to enjoy very, very often. There are persons who are ill, some of them facing very serious illnesses. Let's remember them. If we have relatives or if we have neighbors, spend a half hour, no? Go and look for them. Go sit down. Sit at the bedside and cheer them up. It can mean so much to them so that they don't feel left out. They don't feel that all of this Christmas excitement is going on around them, but they are not part of it. We can make a difference. And that is what Christmas is supposed to be about. I mean, despite all the selfishness and the self-centeredness that has afflicted so many of us, there is a spirit in us. It may be a Jamaican spirit, maybe it's more than a Jamaican spirit, but there's a spirit in us of kindness. Let us try and summon up that spirit, and let us see if we can make a difference in the lives of people for whom Christmas may be nothing more than just another day, another Sunday. As I said, this is the last program before Christmas, the last program for the year, because the following Monday is going to be the official public holiday for Christmas Day. Whenever a public holiday falls on a Sunday, it is officially celebrated, we say, on the next day. So Monday the 26th is the official Christmas Day, even though we would have celebrated Christmas on Sunday. And the same thing will happen to New Year's Day. New Year's Day falls on a Sunday. The official New Year's Day, according to the public holiday law, will be Monday, the 2nd of January. So it's our last program for the year. And we're going to be doing a program with a difference. One of the things that I can't forgive myself for is that, we've been doing this program now for over a year, and we try our best to engage people on a whole wide range of topics. But we are also carried through Irie Jam to the New York community. And we have a lot of Jamaicans up there. I know a lot of Jamaicans listen to Irie Jam. And we perhaps have not made sufficient effort to engage them. And engage them we must, because they are important to us. I find, and I believe it, well, let me not say it's peculiar to Jamaicans. There may be other nationalities that have this experience, but I find that a Jamaican who leaves here and goes to, say, live in New York or Philadelphia, they may have left here 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. In a sense, they've never left home because their heart is still here. Their thoughts are still here. Their concern is still centered on Jamaica, and perhaps we haven't been paying them sufficient attention. So today, we enlisted the help of Beauregard to see if we can link with some Jamaicans in New York to hear from them their thoughts at this time of year, at Christmas, their thoughts of home, their thoughts of Jamaica, their things that they would like to see happen in Jamaica, because Jamaica is their number one concern. No? Many of them consider themselves only be boarding in New York until they come back home. And they have an interest. And we couldn't do without them. I mean, apart from the remittances are important, right? And there's enough money them send home to family, and they send home money to buy property, houses, and so on here. But apart from that, they send home money to pay school fees for relatives and whatnot. But apart from that, they are ambassadors for us. If you walk into a plant in Chicago and you hear people, the people on the production line, talking and moving up and down, it don't take you long to spot a Jamaican. Not just the way he talks, but how assertive he is, or she, how active. Once a Jamaican is there, And they're all over the place. They're in almost every state in America. And they're doing well. They're doing well for themselves. They're doing well for America. I don't think that the American people have fully appreciated the huge contribution that Jamaicans who have migrated to the United States are making, not just to their economy, but to their way of life, to their culture. Our music, our cuisine. You go into any major city now and you find jerk chicken somewhere that come from here, never come from America. We have a presence that is felt in so many ways all over the world, and it's important to us. It's very, very important to us. It's part of what helps to bring so many people, so many tourist visitors here, because they interact with Jamaicans and they learn enough about Jamaica to say, hey, I want to go there. They are real ambassadors. They may not have diplomatic passports, but they are real ambassadors for this country. And we owe them a great deal. So today we want to link with some of them. We want to chat with some of them to hear their thoughts and how they're doing, their hopes, their concerns. That's what we're doing. And as soon as I can link up with... You want me to take a break, or you want me to link with Bo now? Let's take a break. Welcome back. It's Jamaica Live. We're on Bridge 99. We're broadcasting as well through Irish Jam in New York. Today is our sort of special sign-off program for the year, and our special Christmas endeavor. And we're going to be linking with some New York Jamaicans in a short while, but I gather we have some local Jamaicans online. Can we talk? Hello?
Hello, good afternoon, Mr. Prime Minister.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm doing well. How about you?
I give thanks every day,
That's
I was 75 years old two weeks ago. And, when you get to 75, you're gone more than your 70.
Right, and that's a blessing.
So you have to give thanks every day.
Right.
Tell me, what does Christmas? What is Christmas supposed to mean to us, and what does it actually mean?
Well, Christmas to me means reflecting on the birth of Jesus Christ, but also to reflect on how we ourselves can give to the world, just like how Jesus did when he died on the cross for our sins. So That is just my belief in what Christmas is all about.
But have we been faithful to that? I mean, sometimes when I look at the advertisements, Christmas is spelled Xmas,
Right.
X out Christ.
Yes. I've seen that. Every year I see it. See it every year.
So how do we recover the true meaning of Christmas? I mean, Christmas is a wonderful time for the manufacturers of alcohol, and
Right.
for the event planners, for the big dances and so on.
Right.
And
Right.
I don't know that. I mean, God made that be so tight on us that Him don't allow that. But where in it do we focus on the real meaning?
Well, I believe that firstly we have to rekindle the spirit of our nation, and by being each of us brothers keepers, that is just one way that I believe that we can be able to bring back that spirit of Christmas. Because I honestly, Mr. Prime Minister, I don't feel the Jamaican Christmas spirit like once when I was growing up. And it seems like the tradition is now dying because people can't afford the basic necessities anymore. The crime has gotten out of control. And a lot of these things are impacting people's lives. And I believe that that's another reason why we should be able to rekindle that spirit and to bring back the true meaning of what Christmas really is
Well, how
about.
do we do that though? I mean, I'm sure people are already planning what they're going to cook for Christmas Day.
Okay.
Cooking a big chicken or they're cooking a ham.
Right.
Is there anywhere in that planning any thought that said, listen, no, let me put some food in some lunch boxes and drive down to Ligini because you have a couple of homeless people that are always on the street. Let me see if I can give them a little Christmas cheer. Is that in our thinking, or that is, we're too preoccupied with our own enjoyment to factor that in?
Well, for me personally, I volunteer. Every Sunday I go with my community team members to deliver food in my community. That's what I do. But I can't necessarily speak on what somebody else's way of giving back is. But what I can say is that we should be able to give back in it doesn't necessarily have to be food, but it can also be in ways that can even inspire others. So that's one way of giving back.
But there's a breakdown, isn't there?
Repeat, sir?
There's a breakdown, isn't there?
Yes, there is. There is.
Where's that breakdown coming from? Is it in the family structure? I mean, all of these values are really cradled in the family.
Right.
I mean, and I know they are supported and strengthened by church and so on, but it's at the family level that you learn these gifts of kindness and thinking of others and helping others. If you don't learn that at home, boy, the church will try all it can, but you're going to have a hard time even getting people to come in and sit down in church, let alone to impart those kind of values.
That's true. That's true.
So what are your plans for this Christmas?
My plan is to spend time with my family, and also I think that my team members and I will be delivering food this Christmas, since it's our usual thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one thing that I'm looking forward to.
Is that something you do yourself, or is it a church program?
It's a not necessarily a church program, but it's just us as community members coming together and helping each other out.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Well, that's good. That's good. That's good.
Yes,
I want to commend you, and to try and do a little more than you did last year. God will appreciate it.
Yes, he will. He will.
Good. Nice talking to you.
All right, you too, sir.
And you have a good Christmas, a blessed Christmas.
Okay, you too, sir. Bye-bye.
Thank you so very much. Who's next? Nobody yet? We're going to be talking to New York shortly. I'm anxious to hear what what those Jamaicans up there have to say. They do a lot of giving to, I mean, did I mention last week? The Chapelton Hospital has just been upgraded. And much of the cost of that upgrading was funded by a lady from Chapelton who migrated and who has done well. And she made a donation of $1 million US. I mean, that's like 155 million Jamaican dollars. And that made the upgrading of the Chapelton Hospital possible. We Jamaicans are good people, I mean, we pick up some viruses and it affects us, which is what causes some of the indiscipline and the crime and the murders and so on that's taking place. But deep down, we are good people, or we have a lot of good people, and we need to encourage them. And we're hoping to be able to talk to some of them today in terms of their own perspective on Christmas, whether that Christmas is in Jamaica or that Christmas is in New York or wherever. The World Cup is over. Argentina has triumphed. France wasn't able to retain the World Cup trophy. I told Beauregard that I was backing France, but they made it to the final. They couldn't withstand. Well, put it this way, the match ended at 3-3, and Argentina prevailed on the sudden death penalty shootout. Congratulations to Argentina and to all the Argentina fans. Who we have online now? Hello. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
How are you?
Greetings. Hello.
Hello, you hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing you loud and clear.
Yeah, I'm hearing you very well too. Welcome to the program.
Thank you so much, Mr. Goldin.
Tell me about your thoughts of Christmas. Is Christmas just another holiday period, or is Christmas supposed to mean something more?
Right. Well, based on my views for Christmas, what I would have observed over the years, and by the way, I'm Nicholas Williamson. I would have observed over the years that, Christmas is a season.
Hello?
Yes. I'm hearing a bit of echo over on my side.
Do you have your speakerphone on?
No, sir.
No. Okay, I'm hearing you well.
Oh, okay, lovely. All right, so based on what I would have observed over the years, Christmas is the season, I believe it's for giving, for us all to be coming together as a family, with close friends, and, it will show a sense of appreciation. That is what I would have gathered. But that can be, you can seek the veracity of that later, I believe, but that's what I believe.
But tell me, if the focus at Christmas is on family getting together and friends getting together, what about those who don't have no family and don't have no friends? What about those kids, for example, in our children's home, who know neither mother nor father? They only know the supervisors at the children's home. What about the people who live on the streets because they have nowhere to live? They've been abandoned. Some of them have mental issues.
Yes.
Do they factor into our Christmas planning?
That's the thing. No, that is where we need to factor them into our Christmas planning.
How do we do that?
Right. So that is where we come in as a unified body, as a country. We all understand that we have individuals who do not take up their responsibility, who do not even give an account for certain things and mistakes, or what even mistakes, but situational constraint that they would have definitely been through. Looking at that, I would definitely say that for us to factor them in, we also have to play a major part.
Well, how do we change that? You see, how do we change that? I mean, you see, it's one thing to have charities, yes. And I know there are many charities out there. You see them putting on Christmas trees. Some of them are religious based. Some of them are private sector, companies, and they put on Christmas trees for people in communities, particularly the children and the elderly.
Right.
But wouldn't it be so much better? Wouldn't it have so much greater impact if this was something that was ingrained in our culture?
Yes.
So that when it's approaching Christmas, All right, we know we have to buy gifts for the family members, no, especially the children.
Mm-hmm.
What about buying a few extra gifts
Right.
and dropping them off at Maxfield Park Children's Home?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
That is true.
What about the government has a program where they ask people to come and pick up one of the children and let that child spend Christmas Day with you? What about doing that, or is that asking too much of us? Is that intruding on our own Christmas enjoyment to have this stranger sitting at our dining table?
Right. No, sir, not at all. And that is where it would come in, where we as a country, we need to, look past our own social differences and our own prejudices and really try and give account for those individuals who are lacking, who are unfortunate, who are marginalized, who are struggling just the very same. So I think, I know for a fact that the charities and those, organizations who are devoted in giving back, we would have started a great initiative, of course. But what is the motive behind those initiatives? Is it for me to just have a bit of fame, or for me to really give back passionately to the people, to the community, to somebody who is, deserving of that just the very same?
But how do we get there, though?
How we get?
How do we get there? I mean, that's and we talk about children in children's homes, and we talk about homeless people and so on.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't have to stop there. I mean, look at the nurses who are going to have to work on Christmas Day.
Right.
Just in case one of us get a heart attack and we have to be rushed to the hospital. Look at the policemen who have to be on duty on Christmas Day. I wonder if we ever stopped and said, well, I'm going to pick up some ice cream for Christmas Day. Let me pick up a bucket of ice cream and drop it off at this hospital or at this police station. Just as an expression of our appreciation to them for the sacrifice they are making so that we can spend a good Christmas. What I'm trying to say is, how do we recapture, because I believe we had it once, how do we recapture that culture?
Right. I believe, Mr. Prime Minister, we have to look, I think, as I said before, it's for us to really neglect our social prejudices and transactional ordeals and social division, because I think that is the main problem that we have. For us, because right now I'm a young man, and I would have definitely can attest to the times that have changed, from my grandmother's era, from that time of the olden days, because I believe that right now we have a new generation who, as you said before, we don't have, you hear Christmas, and you have, persons saying we have different holidays, they want to be called holidays and holiday season because they don't prefer the term Christmas because of certain situations. No. So looking at that, I believe that the year would have definitely changed. So for us to really get back into that whole tradition, we have to first, get accustomed to the ways of today's generation, to today's society. And I think that is how we can definitely approach this. We can tackle this factor.
Well, we are really straight, I mean, because it's not just Christmas alone. Look at Easter.
Mm-hmm. That's right, sir.
The biggest concern at Easter is bun and cheese. What is Easter supposed to be about? Tell me.
Yes, man. Easter is supposed to be about the death and resurrection of Christ.
That's right.
That's right, sir.
But when Jesus was on the cross, him wasn't asking for no bun and cheese.
No, not at all. No bun and cheese wasn't there. I don't think it was even, well, probably was called something else at that time. but I believe that no bun and cheese was in play at all.
Well, we have a lot of work to do.
We have a lot of work to do.
But I'm throwing out the appeal today. If some of us can just try and make a difference this year, and one of the things that people, I want to tell people, is, let me tell you something. When you do something like that, when you stretch your hand and you help somebody, I'm not talking about, buying a gift for your son or your daughter or your granddaughter, because that is family. But when you reach out to somebody who means nothing to you other than the fact that this person is in need, the satisfaction that you get is even greater than the satisfaction of the person,
True. I agree, Mr. Prime Minister. I agree.
No, it's something we want to encourage. Thanks for calling.
Thank you so much, sir.
Hello? Hello? We have another
Hello.
caller. Hello, how are you?
I'm great, thank you so much.
How are you
am
today?
not clearly hearing. You sound a little muffled.
Are you hearing me now?
Yes, I'm hearing much better.
Yeah, that's good. Uh, Christmas is coming. What is that supposed to mean?
Well, Christmas to me, I am used to Christmas, as everyone has been saying before. Everybody is together, family coming together, loved ones coming together, even if we never had money to purchase gifts. You know, it is a matter of just spending that quality time together. If it means going in the kitchen and cooking with auntie and grandma and mommy,
Well, you don't
you
need
know.
Christmas to do that. You can do that any weekend.
Sorry, I didn't hear that one a while ago.
You don't need Christmas to do that. You can do that any weekend. You could
Of
have done
course
it. You
not,
could have
of
done
course
it last weekend.
Of course not. But you
Christmas,
see, that's the thing.
Christmas should mean something more than that.
Of course, but you see, it's not just the cooking. It is the ability to come together and love. Like as someone had said before, that people forget that Christmas should be about the birth of Christ, right?
Well, let's
And
talk about that for a moment.
wait,
Christmas is about a gift, and that gift came in the person of Jesus Christ, Immaculate Conception, born of a Virgin Mary, right? That was the gift of life in the sense that he came so that we could have life. And later on, he would die on the cross to unburden us of our sins, to absorb our sins, to take our sins off us. And through his death, for us to be able to seek and obtain forgiveness. So that is what Christmas is supposed to be. That's why we don't celebrate Christmas in July. We celebrate it in December, because according to the Georgian calendar, whichever one it is, Christ was born on the 25th
Right.
of December, right?
right?
So
I agree with
that
you.
is what
I
it's
agree with
supposed to
you,
be
Mr.
all about. Now, if we can take from that, well, in that spirit, families must get together. Sometimes we quarrel with each other during the year, but this is a time when we get together and we show love and so on. But I believe that Christ is expecting more from us. That we are to show that love and that concern and that empathy in a much wider circle than just family. And that's why I've been making an appeal today on the program to see if each of us, you see, no matter how humble our circumstances might be, if every one of us was to say, now look, you see this Christmas coming here, I am going to make a little difference. Maybe not a big difference, but it's a difference just the same. I'm going to make a difference in the lives of one person. You know what that would mean? To so many people who Christmas will come and gone and they wouldn't have felt any difference. Would mean an enormous amount, wouldn't it? Hello?
Yes,
Yeah, I thought I'd lost you. Go ahead.
having an issue hearing. But yes, I was saying that when Christ came, when we celebrate him in Christmas, as you were rightly saying, I heard most of what you were saying. It when Christ came, it represented a kind of love, That kind of love is not shown again in Jamaica like before. Now we have more hatred toward each other.
Why?
I don't.
Why
That
is that?
love can be
What is causing that?
changed in the kind of music that we have, in the things that we show. Growing up in Jamaica, I barely saw any Jamaican shows and movies and those kind. I'm used to growing up on U.S. channels or international channels that would teach me all of these different things. But the Jamaica land I love, that I am so used to, with such healthy, loving folks, I don't see that representation as much on the media, and I believe that also affects us coming up to the Christmas time.
But what has caused that? What has led to that? I'm not sure if you're hearing me. Are you hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing you now. Could you repeat that?
What has led to that? What has caused us to become so selfish, so self-centered, so
Yes.
uncaring.
Yes.
What has caused that? Is it the breakdown of the family? Because I think that is where it is.
Yeah, I
The
think
values that I have, I'm
yeah.
75 years old, and the values that I have at 75 were values that were largely inculcated in me when I was a child growing up in a family. Right? Now, if you have children that are growing up in situations where the family structure is unstable, there's no father there, there's a mother who is struggling and under so much pressure that the kind of love and the kind of you know, inculcation of values is not taking place, then when that child don't have to reach 75, when that child is 20 or 30, that child is not going to think of other people. That child has spent so much of his life just trying to survive, just trying to make its way through this hostile, miserable world and environment. That child is not going to. When Christmas comes, that child wants something for himself, or that man or woman, because that has been the nature of their life. No? Am I making sense? Losing you again. Are you hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing you now.
Yeah, you look as if I've been losing you. Hello?
Yes, I'm hearing you now. I just asked for you to repeat that last bit that you said.
No, I'm saying that it appears to me that we have lost, in terms of our upbringing, we have
Right,
lost the cradle of the family unit, because that is what would put these values into our brains. And if the
Right.
family unit is in disarray, if the family unit is unstable, if the family unit is dysfunctional, then
Right.
when that child emerges from that family unit and becomes an adult, we can't expect that child to reflect, that adult to reflect the values which it was never taught.
Well, that is true, Mr. Golding. But what I will say is, what happens when the family does not know that kind of love, those kind of principles, to even share with their child?
Well,
And so we have to go outside of the family realm now, even though we know that's how it should be. What is actually happening is that our children, including myself, it's when we go out and we socialize. And what is the biggest influencer in our nation today is the media, social media, TV, radio. Even those that are listening in today, are being impacted and influenced somehow.
Yes.
So what we have to do now as a nation to make strides so that others are encouraged, others are influenced towards love, towards this kind of happiness, towards this principle that we want to have, especially during Christmas time, is to change the way that we look at media, to change the songs that we play, to show what kind of movies are we allowing our children to watch. Because whether or not, our parents can say, don't go to that party, But when we watch the movie and see how the teenagers sneak out in the movie, you think we can get away with it?
Yeah, well, the truth is, I agree with you, but the fact is that in trying to do that, you are swimming against the current. Because whether it is the media, whether it is the music producers, they are not giving the people what they need, they're giving the people what they want. And so long as people want a certain thing, and they are prepared to pay good money for it, that is what they're going to get, not what is going to necessarily uplift them. Which is why I have so much regard and respect for those artists that we have who constantly put out lyrics and music that is uplifting.
Yes,
yes. But they are the minority. A lot of what I hear on radio, I wouldn't want my grandchildren to listen to.
That is true. That is true. But what do we do then? Is it that we continue to give people what they want because they want it?
No,
or is it that we do what is necessary for the upcoming generations?
No, we have to push against it, which is what you and I are doing now. And
Right.
we want more people to raise their voices and push against it, because it can make a difference, you
Definitely.
know. Part of the problem with societies, you see, is that what the direction in which a society goes is not necessarily the direction in which the majority of the people in that society want to go. The problem in that society is that the majority is largely silent, and it is therefore the minority that is able to determine what direction the society goes in. I mean, that's what we have to try to change. So more of us are going to have to take a stand. More of us are going to have to speak out. We're going to have to
That
take
is true.
positions. And we have to use every medium, whether it is on radio programs like this, or it is at community meetings, or it is through the columns of the newspapers. We have to start taking a position.
That is completely true, and I agree with you. It's
Yeah.
been such a pleasure speaking with you, Mr. Golding. I hope to see this impact happen, for the future generations, and not just that Christmas, but I hope to see Christmas as I once saw it when I was, 12 and so.
Well, thank you very much for joining me. I really appreciate your call.
All right then, thank you.
Thank you so much. Who else do we have now? Hello? 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 Not hearing anybody. Hello?
Good afternoon. Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing well, and you?
I give thanks. Give thanks every day. Tell me about Christmas now. What is Christmas supposed to be about? Whole heap of eating and drinking, and a whole heap of partying.
I feel it should just be a time. It's a time away from school, time away from work. So family time, a time to reflect on the past month. It's the last month of the year, so to reflect
Yes.
and start to see what changes as an individual you can make to yourself and to people around you. To see how much you can offer yourself like service to others, because from January to about November, thereabouts, or in the first weeks of December even, everyone is so caught up with work and school. So it's a holiday. Don't have any work, no school right now. So how can I be of good help to others and myself?
Are you part of a big family?
No, my family is really small.
But you're going to be together for Christmas.
Yes, I'm home with my mom and my little brother. So yes.
How can you share that family spirit beyond just your family?
Well, luckily this time of year I always engage myself in charities. So, we have statewide that are at different homes that would love to share the family sentiment that I share.
How are you going to go about that?
So actually next week we're hosting a charity and donations at several homes.
That's good. Who is doing that?
So I'm a part of several organizations, Voice for Youth Chest, the National Secondary Students Council,
Yes.
and other youth groups.
Yes.
We selected different homes to go to give back donations. We want to share resources so everybody can eat fruit cake and drink sorrel, and we also want to have an activities day where we sing and dance and.
That's excellent. That's excellent. So what is your plan for this year? Where are you going to go?
We're going to the Manning's Boys Home in Elizabeth.
Yes.
And we're going to have an activities day and give back some items that we received from several stakeholders. So it should be lovely.
Yes. Well, I want to commend you for that. That's the kind of spirit that we're trying to encourage and we want to see more of.
Yeah.
And is it something you do every year?
Every year we have Christmas projects, a part of youth groups, just to give back and to have fun and share the spirit.
And I'm sure that you get as much enjoyment out of it as they.
Trust me, the words are lovely. I mean, they're young people just like me. So it's lovely to see them smiling and having fun and giving jokes, and everybody is just positive vibes, and it's just thrilling.
Oh, that's excellent. That really is wonderful. I want to congratulate you for that.
Thank you.
So you're doing Manning's Boys Home.
Mhm.
Any other home that you including for this year?
We well, personally, outside of the youth group, I'm going to the Mustard Seed community that's near where I live because
Good.
it's just walk away. So
Yes.
definitely thinking about proximity and persons who I'd want to
That's
strengthen bonds with.
that's Monsignor Ranky soon. Yeah.
The St. John Bosco's Boys Home.
Yes.
In Hatfield.
Sister Suzanne.
Yes, so definitely
Yeah.
and I'm more attracted to going to boys' home because I feel like they're ignored for most part. You know, we have different co-ed homes where you have both females and males, or you have girls' homes that people would bring, you know, toiletries to. But I feel like the boys, especially the ones that are maturing, they love to get that love because in Jamaica, the whole emotional sentiment towards men is degrading. So it would be lovely for us to especially, you know, using equity to go to the boys and to share the love, to let them know that, you know, even though there are men, maturing boys, that love is still a thing. Love isn't really gender, it's really human. And, you know, just have a good time with everyone.
Well, that's very good. That's very, very good. I want to congratulate you for that. And I hope it goes well this year. And I hope you have got a lot of support in terms of the givings that you will need in order to make it work.
Yes, I solicited, I persuaded, I begged.
Yeah.
And I am getting as we speak. So
Well, there are rich blessings that will await you. So commendation to you. Congratulations once again.
thank you.
And you have a good Christmas with your family and with all of those boys that you are paying attention to.
Yes,
I'm sure they're going to appreciate it.
I'm sure they will too.
Good. Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Good. That's what Christmas is supposed to be about, you know. I'm sure there are more people like that out there. We have spoken to a few, but I'm sure that there are many. One of the things that encourages me, you see, is that so much of this spirit of sharing and giving and caring, I find, is coming from young people. Was it last week? We had some university students on the program, and they were talking to us about the many community projects and charitable projects that they're doing and the difference that they're making. They may not make the headlines of the newspaper, but they make a difference. They make a difference in the lives of people. And if we were able to multiply those initiatives, those efforts, tenfold, can you imagine how much broader, how much wider we could spread the impact that they are having? I want to congratulate all of them, and I want to encourage everyone. Let us make a difference this Christmas in the lives of somebody outside of our immediate family, somebody that has no family, somebody whose Christmas is going to be just another day, plain and ordinary, and unpleasant, unless one of us, some of us, step in to make a difference. We take a break. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back. It's Jamaica Live. We're on Bridge 99, broadcasting as well through Irish Jam in New York. I want to hail up Beauregard. Is he on? Not yet. I need to talk to him, because he's basically going to run the program from here on. But try and link him up as soon as you can for me. We're talking today about Christmas, because it's the last program before Christmas Day. Christmas Day is Sunday coming. And we wanted to reflect on what Christmas means, the way in which we have observed Christmas. You can't get away from the buying and the shopping and the merrymaking and the liquor drinking and the food eating and the outings. We haven't even mentioned the road traffic deaths that we have grown accustomed to expecting to increase at this time of year. Making an appeal again, Lord, take time on the roads. I mean, even just this morning. I mean, I'm driving. I have to go down to Slipe Road and then come to the studio. And 3 occasions in the course of that journey, people just bad drive me. You're at a red light waiting for the light to change, and all of a sudden somebody just overtake a whole long line of traffic and turn crossway in front of you because he can't wait. He's special. Everybody else must wait the time, but he has to get. We need to stop this rubbish. And then, if you follow the reports of traffic accidents, so many of some accidents are unavoidable, no? Unavoidable on the part of the person who suffered the accident. You're coming around a corner and all of a sudden there's a truck parked and it's night and the truck don't have no parking lights and there's oncoming traffic and you can't avoid it. You either slam into the parked truck or you slam into the oncoming vehicle. It's not your fault. Although if you were driving more defensively, perhaps you could have pulled up in time. But so many of the accidents are unnecessary, uncalled for, carelessness, speeding, reckless overtaking around corners. You see a long line of traffic and you in a hurry and you push out, and you push out sometimes expecting that any oncoming vehicle who see you push out, them going to take sidewalk so that you can go through. Sir. And some of the crashes that I've seen, oh God, and the death and what it means, you know what it's like to be at home, watching TV or preparing dinner, and you get a phone call to say, come quick, your son in an accident, and by the time you come quick, you hear that boy by the time you get to hospital, he was pronounced dead. You know what that means to a family. Worst of all, if him was just a passenger in the vehicle. So I beg you, take time on the road. 2023 is just a little over a week away. Let us make sure that we make it, no? Beauregard.
Good afternoon, Mr. Golden. How are you doing, sir?
What are you saying to me today now?
I'm saying congratulations to Argentina. I told you they were gonna.
Well, you wanted Morocco to win, but
but
they did well,
Yeah, they did very well. Made
they
a lot of history.
Very well.
Made Morocco look excellent, like some real championship ballers. For their journey through this World Cup, it was a great one,
So Messi has landed the crown, eh?
Yeah, man. Messi finally a champion.
He's going to retire now.
I would hope so. I would think so. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm hearing some stories that he might be coming to the United States to play.
Oh, is that right? Yes, well, I'm sure that he would be in big demand anywhere.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah.
He's not.
There was a lot of controversy leading up to the tournament. The choice of Qatar and so on, and whether or not they was going to sell beer in the stadiums and everything. But I'm quite impressed at how the games were organized, And
yes.
One of the things that really impressed me, which is why I think it's perhaps the best World Cup, is the number of surprises. That is what keeps the game alive,
Yes.
I mean, when Germany go home early,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which a lot of people did not expect.
Yeah.
Some people expect those big sides. People expect Brazil to be in the finals.
Yeah.
It was truly an amazing World Cup, and congrats to Messi. Congrats also to France, Mbappe and his team.
Yes.
Him getting the golden boot. He definitely put on a show as well.
Yeah.
But Messi,
I heard the Prime Minister on radio this morning making an appeal for us to prepare ourselves for the next World Cup, because in the same way that we made it to the World Cup in 1998, we can do it again.
Of course.
And we really need to put our heads down, Mind you, I heard Cliff Hughes saying this morning that so much of it has to do with leadership. And he paid tribute to the leadership of the late Captain Horace Burrell. and also Rene Simoes, and he felt that those two played a big part in our getting to the World Cup.
Yes.
In 1998. Well, we have 4 years to prepare, so we don't have nobody to blame but ourselves if we don't get there.
And we also have a new coach now, don't we?
Yes, we do. We do.
Yes.
Still not tested yet because he's new. But we have to give him time. But it's going to be interesting to see. But mind you, in the meanwhile, the reggae girls are doing well.
Yes.
And,
very much so.
And we can. I'm beginning to develop high hopes for them.
True. And in the same breath, sir, I just want to say congrats on JC winning the Manning Cup.
Oh, yes.
Yes, sir.
Man, they lost out on the Olivia Shield, huh? What to do?
Yes,
You
man.
can't win everything.
No, you can't.
Now, my producer tell me that you are running the program from here on.
Oh, yes. I told that we have some calls. We have some people that we would like to speak to, people here in the diaspora.
Sure. We'll line them up because we really have not been paying as much attention to them as we should have.
And the very first guest, sir, is a very distinguished one. We have Miss Pat Chin from VP Records.
Oh, is that right?
Line. Yes, sir. We have her on the line right now. I'd like to welcome.
I have not seen her in years. Miss Pat, how are you? Hello?
Yes, sun and bright in Florida.
How are you, Miss Pat?
I'm in Florida.
Good afternoon,
I'm
Miss
fine. Good afternoon. Happy holidays to you and the customers and friends and all of the reggae fans.
Well, it's so wonderful to hear you because you have done far more for reggae music than you have been accredited for. And I really want to recognize the tremendous contribution that you have made and the exposure that you have given to so many Jamaican artists.
Thank you very much. It's not too much of a success, but it's what you do when you don't do so well. What you use the information and do for the next trip. My people didn't win yesterday, but they put up a good fight.
Yes. Yes.
You know, Miss Pat, this is Beauregard from Irish Jam Radio here. I just want to say thank you for your contribution over the years and for all that you have done, as Mr. Golden just said, for the artists in the industry. I was at the VP Records celebration the other day, the Christmas party. Thank you for hosting us, always making and inviting Irish Jam to be a part of the family. So, you know, on behalf of the whole entire Irish Jam Radio, I want to say thank you.
And we want to thank you to all our fans and our supporters for your station and whoever listening into you daily, years after years, months after months. Every day you're on the air, giving us all the news back from back home and also what's happening in the world.
But Miss Pat, something must be wrong with you why you don't grow old like the rest of us. You don't grow old.
Well, it's the music.
Oh Lord, we lost her?
Yes, it seems like we lost her right there. We're going to try to get her back on the phone.
No, she's a timeless person, you know.
Yes, sir. You know, I just mentioned the Christmas party. I must say it was a very wonderful Christmas party.
Where was that, in New York?
It was at New York. It was at the old TWA terminal, which they transformed into an hotel now in the JFK airport.
Yes.
So that was an excellent occasion. A lot of distinguished guests were there. Our Counsel General was there. Miss Alcione Roach Wilson was also in the building, along with a number of other people who came out. You know, friends of VP Records.
Without VP Records, many of our artists would never have made it. Am I not right?
VP Records definitely played a big role in a lot of artists' career. We must give them that credit, definitely. You know.
Well, who else you have lined up while you try and get Miss Pat back?
Well, we're going to get the other callers on the phone line right now. 888-546-8742, sir. 888-546-8742. But while we wait to get those callers on the phone, I must congratulate the New York Giants on beating the Washington team yesterday in football. And also the Jets, they lost, but we still big them up. They lost to Detroit. We now have Miss Pat back on the phone. All right, let's get to it. Good afternoon, Miss Pat.
Yes, good afternoon again.
Sorry about that.
I lost you a while ago.
Yes. Where are you, Miss Pat? You're in Florida or New York?
I'm in Florida here.
Okay.
And the sun is shining. Does look very cool, but not like New York. You're back in New York.
What's it like in New York, Bo?
It's around
I think it's
39 degrees today. 39,
What?
but it's going to get colder towards the Christmas, which is going to be in around the 20s.
Well, you better go join Miss Pat down in Florida.
It looks so.
Yes, I came down 2 days ago. I celebrate my granddaughter's. She did our master's in education, so we have another teacher on the line.
That's good.
So,
That's good.
Miss Pat, just looking back at the whole entire year, can you share with us some of the accomplishments that you achieved in 2022?
Well, you know, it's been a journey. You know, the COVID had locked us down for 2 years, 2.5 years. So this year, I would say, this year we felt a little better. We can't be too sure of what's going on. But I think we have a nice outlook of things. I got an award from York College. I able to go out and talk about my book a little more than I did. I went to Jamaica last year and do some press release for my book, my reggae music journey. It's about my book. It tells you 60 years of my journey in music from 1958 in Jamaica, 20 years on the counter at Randy's Record Mart, and then I came here in 1977 to the USA and continued doing the same work. My family, my staff, and my friends who supported us all these years continue to spread reggae music and the culture throughout the world. It's been a good year, you know, with the internet and the downloading and streaming and all like that. The new technology has opened more doors for us. And the last we had to pack the music, ship the music, clear the music. Now we just push a little button and it's all over the world. So I'm happy for that.
Well, Miss Pat, you spoke about the early beginnings from the days of Randy's. And we'll be talking about what, 60 years ago or more?
Yes, 65 years ago, yes.
All right. Now, let me ask you a loaded question. What is going to happen to VP Records over the next 50 years?
Well, I don't know if I'll be here for the next 60 years, but whoever is here, my children, my grandchildren, third generation, they're continuing on the journey. Because our culture and our music is one, has to go on. It has to go on because we're a tiny little island, but we have brought out so many great musicians, artists, producers, and music that really will live on. And maybe I won't be here, but I know the music will still go on.
The way you're going on, I wouldn't be surprised if you're still here.
Well, I'll be here in spirit. Mr. Golding, I'll be here in spirit.
Yeah.
And I know it must go on because we have a great culture.
Yes.
Called music,
and you.
We have been gifted. We have been gifted.
And you and your family have contributed so much to that success, and we want to thank you and to congratulate you for all that you have done for Jamaican music.
Thank you very much. You know, I couldn't do it alone. It's all the producers, the artists, all the people like the radio personnel, and all the fans, the reggae fans, all throughout the world who have supported the culture and the music.
Yes.
The VP is here because of everybody taking part in different ways.
Yes, well, that's
because
good.
without we spreading the music and playing the music, especially the sound system, because I remember way back when our record was not even played on the radio.
Yes.
But today, thank God, it's being played not only in Jamaica but all over the world.
Yes.
You know, Miss Pat, is there anyone that you would like to send any wishes for the Christmas to while they're listening right now in Jamaica and around the world?
Well, I would like to send a lot of, I have so many greetings that I'd like to send, but first and most, I'd like to send greetings to all my friends in Jamaica. You know, I left here 45 years ago, but Jamaica has never left my mind and my heart and my spirit and my soul. I want to thank everybody in Jamaica and give greetings, best wishes for the new year, and may we continue to do what we do best with the help of our Father in heaven, and all who has contributed to the music industry, the artists, the producers, the singers, the DJs, the fans, the record fans, who continue to buy the music and to embrace the culture. And VP will always remember that our culture is one of the best in the world. And we will always continue to do what we have been doing for the last 65 years.
And also, congratulations on the clothing line and the new shoes that were released a couple of weeks ago.
Yes. You know, I struggle with this little clothing line, but, you know, that said, if you want something good, you know, you have to run. I've been doing it for 10 years and, you know, continue doing it every day. I have to wake up and just go forward, trying, because if you need something good, you know, you have to run, as I say. Nothing come good overnight. Right. You have to put the energy and everything inside. So, you know, thank God, it's doing pretty well. And also the sneakers, we just released the Travel Fact sneakers with the Jamaican colors and Ethiopian colors. Still in the culture.
I'm just hearing about that for the first time, Bo.
Yes,
yes,
go ahead.
It's a Travel Fact. Yes, it's a brand name, Travel Fact. It has been around over 20 years, but now they're re-releasing it. And it is very comfortable. People have it for 20 years and still wearing it. Beautiful. You know, they came and invited us to take part in their new culture, their new sneakers, and they made 2 sneakers for us with Jamaican colors and Ethiopian colors.
That's good.
Which is still, you know, it's embracing the culture and the clothing and the music.
That's good.
Yes.
That's good. I want to wish for you, Miss
So
Pat.
that's all to show you. Yes, and that's all to show you how much people love our music and our culture.
Yes.
The vibrancy of the music. You know, music is really life. It has given us community, gathering together. Even if you don't know what we're singing about, the beat is what. You know, I went way up in Alaska, and when I came off the ship, I hear 3-piece band playing One Love. You know, happy I felt and proud.
Yes.
To know that I'm a part of the culture.
Well, you know, VP in and of itself, VP is a brand. And it's a brand that we're very proud of.
Thank you very much. I'm proud that my husband isn't here with me, but wherever he is, he's looking down and said yes.
I'm sure he
started
is.
65 years ago.
I'm sure he is.
65 years ago, and we still continue to develop the new artists. Give them wings to fly.
He left the legacy in good hands.
Yes, and I'm leaving it in good hands to my 3rd generation. He's in the business now.
Yes.
And Stephen, I want to give a shout out for him. He does the digital download, he's manager. So when you see the records on Spotify and those major, you know, Stephen is behind it.
Yes.
And Randy and Chris and my daughter Angela, she's in Florida. And Stephanie, who does the artwork on the LP jackets.
Very good.
Thank you so much.
So vinyl is coming back in. I'm so happy to know that vinyl is coming back in.
So I noticed. So, I don't know what has brought that about.
So we have to go get our record player and our CD players now. Because the car doesn't have any CD in our cassette anymore. So I have to go back and buy a new cassette and a CD player now.
Interesting.
But vinyl will never die. You know that's the thing. Vinyl is here to stay.
Well, Miss Pat, I just want to say thank you so much for the phone call, and thank you for joining us and sharing with the diaspora, sharing with Jamaica, and speaking with Mr. Golden, and you know, just connecting for the holidays. And we want to wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
I want to support that. I hope you have a good Christmas with your family and your extended family.
Yeah.
Jamaica is proud of you, Miss Pat. We are proud of you.
Thank you very much, and also to you and your family. And all Jamaicans who have contributed to helping us here, because without them, there wouldn't be a VP. We all join together to make this culture and this music one of the best in the world.
Yeah.
Happy holidays to all. Merry Christmas and happy New Year.
God bless you.
Looking forward for a bright New Year. Thank you.
God bless you, Miss Pat. Wow.
Bo.
Yes, Mr. Golden.
There's a matter of concern. You probably have seen it or heard about it. Cat Core. Cat Core is in the hospital.
Yes, I heard about it, sir.
And it's cause for concern. I don't say cause for alarm, but cause for concern. So our thoughts and prayers are with him because he's another icon of our music.
True indeed. And also, recently we also heard about Mr. Freddie McGregor.
Yes.
Who was also in the hospital. So thoughts and prayers to them both.
Yes.
We have another caller here, sir. 888-546-8742 on the phone lines now. We have Mr. Hope Wade, who is the president. Miss Hope Wade, who is the president of JAMCAR, Jamaican Cultural and Civic Association of Rockland County on line 1. Good afternoon, Mrs. Wade.
Good afternoon.
My apologies.
I turned Mr. now. My voice is very deep in
My apologies.
Did we lose her?
Let's okay. No, we have her.
Hope, are you hearing me?
Yes, I can hear you, Mr. Honest.
How are you?
Good afternoon, sir. How are you? Very well to hear your voice.
Well, it's nice hearing you. Tell us a little about your efforts up there because you are one of our ambassadors.
Oh, actually, yes. So I'm a fashion designer and the president of Jamaica Civic and Cultural Association of Rockland. And every year we give out scholarships, approximately $1,500 per student to high school graduates who are going to their first year in college. And we've given out over $350,000 in scholarships. And one of the things that we make
How long have you been doing this, Hope? How long have you been doing this?
Well, the association we've been 32 years, so we are 33rd year next year.
Yes.
So we have been, very viable in our community. And, we have a steel band, and the children, the ages are 8 to 18. And it's called Eclipse, and we've performed all over the United States. So we are helping our community as best we can because it's important that we groom our children because they are literally our future. So, yes.
Is this Jamaican based or community based?
It is Jamaican and community. We are a Jamaican organization, and we do have, our motto is Jamaicans and friends work together. The only stipulation is that the president has to be Jamaican.
Yes.
But otherwise, we're open to everyone. And we have a pretty large membership. We had, this year we had 112 new members join us. So
good.
We have been, in our community. And because of, COVID, most of our meetings have been on Zoom. So we have people who are actually in the island of Jamaica who have joined us almost every month. When we have our monthly meetings, we usually have, speakers or people in the community talk about different topics. And so, people from Florida, Maryland, Jamaica, England, they come on the Zoom too. So,
and I imagine in the course of the year, I imagine you have fundraising activities, no?
Yes, we do. We have fundraising activities. We have two signature events. One is our post-Mother's Day luncheon, which was sold out this year completely the week before. And then we also have our Independence Gala. And this year we had over 300 people attend, including our CG, our Consident, our Alcyon. So, and we had JC Lodge performing and Loving Dear.
Yes.
So we're very much rooted in the community. Yes, very much rooted in the community, sir.
Yes, well, that's very good. Very good. We want to commend you.
Yes.
What about stretching your hands across the ocean and giving a few scholarships back home? I'm unreasonable, am I not?
No. Listen, we understand, the kind of times that we are in, and we have a school in Jamaica that we support, but in terms of the actual ask, I will definitely put it into play because in the next 2 weeks when we have our first meeting for the year, I'll bring it up, and we will definitely consider bringing in at least two students.
Yes.
From Jamaica who will be probably coming to school abroad.
Yes.
I'm also the president of Alpha Tri-State Alumni, so we do support Alpha Academy.
Yes.
But I will definitely put that to action. I mean, the Prime Minister asked like that, you have to say yes, right?
Well, we want
to... No with you.
We want to thank you for the efforts that you're making, your association and yourself, and for the contributions that you're making to the lives and potential and opportunity for so many young people. Because as I said at the opening of the program, I don't care how long you all migrated, you know, as far as I'm concerned, you never really left Jamaica.
No, we come home often. Yes. Come home often. Trust me. Come home often. Yes, we do.
And we appreciate all the effort that you're making. We can never leave home. Yes. Despite all our difficulties, we are home, eh?
We're home. There's no place like home. And Jamaica is a very unique place. Our accent is unique. Our accomplishments are unique. So it's always good to know that you're Jamaican.
Yes. Well, very pleased to hear you, and congratulations once again.
Thank you so much, Miss Wade.
Thank you. Thank you, and God bless you. And listen to Jamaica and to my brother Paul Bleak from Bloodfire Posse and the family, and my brother Champy.
Yeah, we heal them up for you.
All right. Yes, Mr.
What's your plan for Christmas? How you plan to spend Christmas? You're going to be on radio, or you're going to be cooling out with your family?
I'll look a bit of both, sir. You know, I have to be here, and plus, you know, the family is definitely important. So, I'll be doing a little bit of both, doing what I can here and there. Not gonna leave my listeners stranded. You know, try to spend a little of Christmas with them.
That's right. And keep yourself warm, beg you.
Definitely, sir. We have to take a commercial break, though.
Sure.
All right, we'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is yours truly, Beauregard, aka Mr. Corporate, and we are connected to the Bridge 99 FM in Jamaica, where we have the former Prime Minister of Jamaica, the Honorable Mr. Bruce Golden. And of course, we are taking calls from the diaspora. We want to hear from you, the ladies and gentlemen in the diaspora, Jamaicans who are here. And if you'd like to send your best wishes, you get to speak to Mr. Bruce Golden and also to the rest of Jamaica. So call me now at 888-546-8742. That's 888-546-8742. Mr. Golden.
I had to go to the Norman Manley Airport 2 days ago, and the arrival section was very crowded. I suspect a lot of New Yorkers are among them.
A lot of people are traveling. So many people are traveling. People are traveling all over the United States right now. The fact that school is going to be out, and some already home, some already en route, traveling to where they want to go. And then there are those who are leaving home to go out for the holidays, whether to see family or just for a vacation or a trip back home. You know, this is a time of the year when most Caribbean people and diasporans really and truly miss back home.
Well,
this time of the year more than any, you know, Christmas.
Sorrel is ripening fast.
Yes.
Breadfruits are in abundance. Even avocado pears you can get, so come home.
All the apple them stay.
Yeah, man. Yeah, want to eat the apple. I don't know. Everything seems to be in harvest this year.
Nice.
It'll be a good Christmas, I think.
Nice. Well, I hope anybody who's there and hearing me now, them can bring back a little thing for me.
Yeah, man.
We have another caller, sir. We have Mr. Colin Atkinson, who is the president of Children of the Syndicate, on the phone lines right now. Good afternoon, Mr. Atkinson. Who do we have on the lines? Okay, let's go. Good afternoon. Are you there? Okay, we're going to try to get them back on the phone. Hello?
I'm hearing you.
Okay, they're not there, sir. So we're gonna try to wait and see if they call back right now. But yeah, a lot of people are looking forward to coming home. A lot of people are definitely looking forward to seeing family and friends.
Yes. Well, actually had a family function yesterday with some of my relatives. Well, they're not from New York, but they're from... Well, no, one is from New York. One is from New York and the other is from D.C. But they're out for Christmas, and put on a curry goat something yesterday. It was fabulous.
All right. Sir, we have another caller on the line. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Beauregard. Good afternoon, Mr. Golden. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fine.
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you for taking my call. This is Nadine Moulton from New York. I just wanted to take the opportunity to say to you guys that your program, I listen to it almost every week. Boy, God, you're doing a wonderful job, Mr. Golding. Keep up the good work as well.
Thank you so very much.
I also wanted to take the opportunity to wish my family in Jamaica, my daughter Chantal Heslop in Jamaica, my extended family, my sisters Margaret Palmer, Sonia Francis, Marlene Moulton, and I just wanted to say Happy Christmas to everybody, prosperous New Year when it comes, and we just have to keep on loving each other and being kind to each other.
How are you planning to spend
Meadowbrook
Christmas?
High School camp. I am going to be home quietly spending it with my dad. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity to just be with him and just listen with him, and also with my little sister and my other family here in New York. Nothing crazy. Just gonna be home.
Well, I'm sure you're gonna make it a Jamaican Christmas in the snow.
Definitely.
We're not sure if we're getting any snow yet.
From home. But it's gonna be cold, right, Borga?
Yeah, it's cold, yes. But you know, Mr. Golden has been cheering on the snow
cold
for a very long time now.
Well.
Yes, he's trying to send it our way, right?
Yes, you can keep it.
Also, you know.
But what you must try and do, though, try and see if you can find a roast breadfruit somewhere, because you can't have Christmas without roast breadfruit.
Boy, Mr. Golding, I'm very sorry, but I have to disagree with you one. I've never ate breadfruit.
What?
Never had it.
Never?
No, I am very sorry. I am one of those. I'm one of those Jamaicans that don't do well with the food.
And in Jamaica you come from?
No, don't. You sound like my father. He says I'm not a Jamaican because I don't eat food.
Your father,
the
right?
only food I eat is sweet potato.
Yeah, well, we have that here too. But anyhow, you have a good Christmas.
I lots of sweet potato, but no breadfruit. Say that again.
Have a good Christmas, you and your family. And think of us here in Jamaica while you enjoy yourself.
Okay, no problem. And just tell everybody, just love each other a little more. That's all we want for 2023, right, Beauregard?
Definitely.
And stop the killing and the shooting.
Definitely. And stop the killing and the shooting. Just love each other more. That's all.
That's
all
right.
right.
Okay.
Have a wonderful Christmas. Much love to you. Mr. Golden, we now have Mr. Colin Atkinson on line one. Good afternoon, Mr. Atkinson.
Good afternoon. How you do, General and former Prime Minister, Mr. Golden?
Bo, come with the whole formality. I'm going to call you Colin. How are you, Colin?
Listen to me. If you call me Mr. Atkinson, I'm going to be very nervous.
Well,
very nervous.
Well,
I am great.
Well, if you call me Mr. Golden, I'm going to tell you that I buried him in 1995.
Okay, sir. Yes.
So my name is Bruce.
Okay, sir. Okay, Bruce.
How are you doing? How are you doing, Colin?
I'm the president of. Wonderful, man. Wonderful.
How long have you been in New York?
42 years.
42 years?
Yeah, little 42 years.
It's time them deport you.
And I'm going to tell you something. I don't even have a cousin or a third cousin in Jamaica.
What are you saying to me?
And people, I am dead serious.
You're not only
I
left.
am the last.
You're not only left us. You scrape up the whole family.
I was the last for my generation to migrate.
So when last have you been here?
Because I am going to tell you something. This year, and the year don't finish yet, I have been to Jamaica 5 times.
5 times for the year?
I go to Jamaica on a regular, yes, for the year.
Well, I was
because of the organization.
I was just about to renounce your citizenship, but I changed my mind.
No, man, you can do it because you're good. You're good to go.
No, so long as you come here that often, you're good. So tell us a little about this
Yes,
organization that you have up there now.
This organization, Children of the Syndicate Incorporated, I was at a school named, by the way, I'm a Kingstonian.
Mm.
So a friend of mine took me to St. Mary.
Can I interrupt you 1 minute, Colin? Bo.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
When I listen to this man's voice and him accent, it sounds like him just leave here last year.
Or yesterday.
Yes.
I know. I know. Everybody complain about that.
Must be only Jamaicans you talk to up there.
I am a true yardie. No. I speak proper English and that's it. That's it.
Tell us about the organization now.
I'm going to tell you something. I was working. I am retired now. And my employee, because you know I am not from the country part, so she's promising me, come down with her and I'm going to have a great time. When I went to her primary school when she was a child, the first grader used the pit toilet and the student fell into the pit toilet.
Oh, Lord.
Tell me about it. The principal, I forgot bigger, Mr. Anderson, come to me and said, Mr. Atkinson, help us. That time, I did not have no organization. I don't even know about flush toilet, pit toilet, whatever. So I went back, I came up, formed this organization, and I hope Miss Pat is listening because I'm going to text her January. I have to text her in January. I hope she remember me. Anyway, I made phone calls, and they are telling me work with Jamaica Social Investment Fund.
Yes.
And we cooperate. Yes. So, the first project, flush toilet, was in Bernard. And then
that's
in
St. Mary.
St. Mary,
yeah.
Correct. And at the time, 10 years ago, because the organization is 10 years, it was 194 pit toilets island-wide. So we did at least 28.
Is that right?
And then the government take it over. Yes. As a matter of fact, the senator, the Grace, what's his name? He was a senator.
Who is that?
Previously. I don't know if he's a senator now. For Grace. He was the CEO for Grace.
Oh, Dan Webby.
There you go.
yeah. He's still a senator.
Yes. So Don Webby said, he hear complaints. This complaint is the first he's hearing it. I say, yes, there's a lot of fatalities in Jamaica. And then now we started with that. We get into the food program, shoes drive, scholarships. The only drawback is strictly Jamaicans. You have to live in Jamaica. That is the drawback. We don't do states.
But Beauregard.
Yes, sir.
I'm somebody who, because of my own background and so on, I pay a lot of attention to public affairs and public information. But I'm hearing all of this for the first time. And the point I'm making is that we Jamaicans, we need to hear, and the media has to help us out there. We need to hear more about the kind of effort that Colin is telling us about and the kind of contribution that, because I'm sure there are many other Jamaican groups in New York and in other parts of the U.S. and in other countries that are doing similar things, but we don't hear about it.
True.
I'm going to tell you something. I met the president of OID. They are the ones that bring doctors, nurses, fly down to Jamaica, and public assistance to Jamaican people. 2 weeks I introduced myself, and he said, "It's the first time hearing about you."
Yeah.
It is so bizarre because the business owners know about me because I have to go to them.
One I think
public.
in addition to the sort of general media coverage and so on, I would love if and the government would need to do this. I'd love if we could just have a website somewhere that lists all of these Jamaican charitable organizations, what they're doing, what their achievements have been, you know, because it probably would encourage people to take out them checkbook or to wire some money and say, you know, I'm so impressed with what you're doing that I want to help you.
Don't worry. You're the secretary of Irish Jam. She has my full information.
Yes.
Okay. She have my full information. By the way, Irish Jam, Bobby Clark is one of my sponsors as well.
That's good. That's good.
So yeah.
He's a good dude.
So I hope so. No, on a serious note, the Merry Christmas coming, I have to end it with that.
Yeah.
The children in Jamaica,
yes,
I wish them a Merry Christmas.
Yes.
And a prosperous and safe New Year.
Yes.
Because unknown to you, Mr. Golden and Bogard, I am tired of going to Jamaica and bury the children then. I get very upset when you talk about the driving condition in Jamaica. You understand? They pack up in that minivan or robot, what do you want to call it? And they are driving recklessly.
Yeah. I spoke about it earlier.
You see what I'm saying?
I spoke about it earlier.
Yes.
You're perfectly right.
Yes, I'm saying to myself, yeah, man, and then pack like sardine. I'm tired.
You know, Christmas.
To go to Jamaica and contribute.
Yes. And Christmas ought to be more about the children than ourselves, you know. You know,
yes,
if we could just deny ourselves a little bit. And, you know, if we're going to buy a nice something for ourselves for Christmas, just buy something for a child somewhere. Not your own picnic, somebody else's picnic. And just make Christmas a little different for them this year.
Well, I can buy for my picnic. So they are over here.
Yeah.
Because I have a lot of children in Jamaica, especially that I have never met before.
Yes.
You understand? So
well, we want to thank you for all that you have been doing. We want to encourage you to keep doing it, and we have to find a way to kind of open the window and give some more light to the kind of work that you and others are doing.
Absolutely.
Because too much of it is sort of hidden under a bushel, and we don't know. We need to know. Jamaicans need to know that our brothers and sisters who have left our shores have not left our hearts and our minds, and their hearts and minds are still very much with us.
Absolutely. So I'm just going to throw this in quickly. Bogard,
yes, sir.
When you get that chance, you can call me. You can call Janice. She has the number. So we have a fundraising event in April. Okay. It is primarily, at least it is scary. We are sponsoring 300 kids with what the exam? PEP?
Yes.
Yes. That's the correct word?
Yeah, the PEP exam.
Something? Yes.
The primary exit profile.
PEP exam. We are, exactly. Because I have a team that lives in Jamaica. Because I'm in the second-hand information. They are living in Jamaica. So I am sponsoring 300 kids.
That's good.
For the results.
Excellent.
So, thank you so much for listening.
And thank you for joining us.
And of course,
thank
absolutely.
You.
And have a good Christmas, you and your family.
Absolutely. And a happy New Year. And be safe.
Thank you.
Thank you. Wow. Mr. Golden,
yes,
you were saying that you didn't know about this and that we should be able to, expose some of
we have
these
to
people
shine
more.
some light on these things,
I just wanted to big up Mr. Clive Williams and Where It's At magazine, because that's one of the platforms that really and truly highlights a lot of people who are doing great things here in the diaspora. And of course they had this gala the other day that I had a chance to attend and just to watch and see all the people that were represented and awarded. It's called the Big Gala, the Business Innovators and Game Changers Gala, which basically celebrates people who are doing great things here in the diaspora. So shout out to Mr. Clive Williams. He was also honored in Jamaica the other day by the Prime Minister. Congratulations to him.
Well, it's important. It's important that we showcase these things. The Governor General has a slogan. I think it says there's nothing wrong with us that can be fixed with what is right with us. And there's a lot of right things that we don't even pay attention to, and we need to really put some light on these things so that people can understand and people can be encouraged. I mean, the kind of things that we've been talking about and the kind of contributions that are being made, in terms of the scholarships and the retrofitting of sanitary facilities at school. The more we can expose it and the more people can learn about it, it will become infectious. Some of us will start get jealous and say, well, why have we been left out? Why we don't jump in and organize some funds and do something ourselves?
Yes. True. Two more things just before I go, sir. That just to let everybody know that this broadcast, this global connection, was brought to them by the Jamaica Customs Agency, the Jamaica Customs Agency, and Crime Stop in Jamaica. Tell them what you know. Call the Jamaica Crime Stop at 311. The Jamaica Customs Agency, they say country above self. So we say thank you to the Jamaica Customs Agency for making this broadcast possible. Also, Mr. Golden, on behalf of Ivy Jam, myself, just want to thank you for making this connection possible. This platform that we have each and every Monday, where the listeners here in the diaspora, they really and truly get to be a part of some very interesting conversations and topics, and just to know what's going on back home, and just to hear you talk to people and your distinguished guests, and just to keep them informed with everything as Jamaicans here in the diaspora, and even for people who are friends of Jamaica from other Caribbean islands, we also want to say thank you for making it possible.
Well, Bo, I want to thank you as well, because you're my partner out there, and I want to thank you for the support that you have given this program and for the links that we have been able to maintain, and for the insight that you so often provide for us. So I want to thank you. Looking forward to sharing this experience with you when we get into the new year, and I really want to wish for you and your family, and of course your listeners, because I know you have a whole heap of them out there. I want to wish for all of you a peaceful Christmas, first of all, a healthy Christmas, a happy Christmas, and a new year that will be full of hope and expectation in terms of what we can achieve for ourselves, for our communities, and for our country.
Thank you, sir. And I'm wishing you and your family all the best, and to all your listeners the same. Have a very, very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year when it comes.
Thank you, Bo.
All right, take care.
And that is perhaps as good a time as any to sign off.
Yes, sir.
We want to thank all my listeners here in Jamaica and in New York, to thank my producer, Tamar Campbell, who has had to put up with me for the year. I'm not an easy person to put up with, but she has a great deal of patience and understanding. And to thank my engineers, they interchange regularly, but to thank them for their support, and to thank the management of the station, Bobby Clark and his very charming wife, for their indulgence, for their support. Thank you all. You won't see me for the rest of the year. God's willing, I'll be back to start 2023 with you, with Jamaica Live on Bridge 99. God bless you. Have a good Christmas. Get ready for a good New Year.